Welcome to the Self-Publishing with Dale podcast here on a Friday morning, 9:15 p.m. a.m. Come on, Dale. 9:15 a.m. Eastern Daytime. Boy, we're going to be springing forward or falling back here pretty soon. Gosh, can we just start over? I think my brain literally needs to go through a reboot before I go live. We're going to be falling back as far as our hours coming in here into November. So here pretty soon we're going to be doing that change, but nonetheless, we're going to still stay at the 9:15 a.m. Eastern Daytime time slot. I'm broadcasting to you from beautiful Columbus, Ohio, where you're watching from right now. Today, we're just going to be doing the answering comments, and this is now publicly open to everybody. I had a couple people that's like, I'd really love to have comments and such, but so we go ahead and open this up, and here is what I'm going to say is, if you're ever looking for any kind of coaching or consulting, but you can't afford to work with me one-on-one, well, probably one of the easiest ways to do that is send me your ASIN. Just drop it inside the chat if you would like to do a full book audit. I will open up your product page. We'll go through your book cover, your ad copy, your price point, your categories, your editorial reviews, things like that. So if you want a full audit of a specific book, drop your ASIN inside the comments, even if you're watching this on the replay, because remember, we answer all the comments every Friday, so naturally I'll come back on over to this. It's going to be a tight schedule here today, guys, because I actually have a shooting for Book Rescue directly following this. It's for episode 5, which is right down the road, or a ways down the road for everybody, about 3 weeks out still, because episode 3 launches this coming week. And really, really pumped for it. Janet Bullard, how you doing? I'm glad to see you here, Janet. Thank you so much for your continued support. It's really awesome. I know you're a channel member on the other site, or the other channel. I know what I'm talking about. Honestly, guys, I'm in a fantastic mood today. I'm feeling great. I don't know why I'm having problems speaking today. So at any rate, Janet, thank you so much for your continued support. I really do appreciate it very, very much. Yeah, wow, full review. That's awesome. Yes, anybody that wants to have a full audit, please let me know. Just be prepared. It's going to be some constructive criticism and some feedback that you can be able to use. But yeah, if you want to know it, just go ahead and drop your ASIN of your book inside the chat, or you can always just put the title. Please, no links. No links. YouTube gets really, really upset about things like that, and I just try to avoid it. I want to give a big shout out to our 2 Tier 3 channel members here on this channel. That is considered the self-published sponsor right here on this podcast. That is SL Michaels and Mojo Seedlack. Folks, please go over and check out their channel. They are a wealth of knowledge here in the writing and self-publishing community, and you don't want to miss out on it. And speaking of sponsors, we do have an official sponsor here for the podcast channel in the fine folks over at Local PR Toolkit. So if you're an indie author looking to publicize your book, what makes more sense? Hiring a publicist, if you can find one, and spending thousands of dollars every time you write a book towards that publicist, or making a small one-time investment in your career as a writer and being equipped to do the work yourself. Now, you're probably saying, oh man, there's a lot of plate spinning, but honestly, I've already got myself my own local PR toolkit, and it's phenomenal. No one's going to know your best message better than you, care more than you, and work harder than you. All you need are the right tools, and Local PR Toolkit is exactly that. A suite of tools and resources created by longtime industry-leading literary publicists, publishing, and media professionals to equip authors just like you with the professional PR tools and training they need to do their own publicity work. Press kits, media lists, email scripts, media training, news cycle forecasts, one-on-one consultation, which, by the way, so worth it, community, and so much more. Find out more about Local PR Toolkit when you visit dalelinks.com/PR Toolkit and use the coupon code DALE for $100 off your toolkit. You're going to love what they give you. They load you up with a ton of things. So you're welcome. It's a cheap investment for an online coach. Thank you so much. I really do mean that, Janet. You've been a longtime supporter here of this channel, and I do appreciate you. And I appreciate each and every single one of you that are watching this broadcast. All right, so now that we've paid the bills, we've gotten everything out the way. If you guys want to know a little bit more about channel memberships, there's a join button down below, or go inside the description and just click the link over to it, and it'll give you all the information you need to in less than a minute. I tell you exactly what it is. If you've ever heard of Patreon, It's like Patreon, but it stays here on YouTube, which really helps creators more than Patreon, where you're sending people off platform and promoting Patreon's name more than anything. Fred, how's it going, Fred? Hi, Janet. It's Saturday here. Saturday. Wow. I can't skip my Friday. I'd feel completely lost right now. Alrighty, boy, we've got a lot of comments to get through, and I want to make sure that we do that within the hour that we have, because I do have to have a hard stop at about 10:15 today. So let's get on over to the screen share mode. This is the podcast channel, and of course, we're going to cover the comments here first, and then we'll move over to the main channel. There usually is only about a few over there. All right. So we're starting it out here. On the right-hand side, you'll see, for context, the video of which the comment is being put on, and on the left-hand side, the person who's commenting with their name. All right, so Butcher's Respawn, by the way. Thank you so much, Butcher. I appreciate you doing all the support that you do here. Here's a question for you to answer in the next comment video, Dale. Wow, that's that's meta, as some people would say, you know, commenting on a comment video of a comment video. Here we go. How is it that an author sells a fiction book at $6,000 or $12,000 in 3 days? This is what I see on Publisher Rocket's program. Ugh. Many factors go into this. It could be an established following, deep email list, newsletter swaps, and beyond. Honestly, once you goose the Amazon algorithm, it'll start doing more for your book than you know. But you have to be consistent with sales in order to get that love. Thanks as always. There we go. Yeah, there really is just a lot. Honestly, there's a lot of people, they're like, buy my course and you'll get all the secrets of getting into the top 100 books. It comes down to just good old-fashioned hard work. Once you can get a consistent amount of sales and you prove your worth to the Amazon algorithm, they'll start recommending your book out to more people. They'll send it out to emails. They'll put it into recommendations for people. There's so many factors that go into this. I think a lot of people look at this and go, how can I get 6,000 sales within the course of a day? The very first thing you got to ask yourself is, how much effort do I need to put into it to get, say, 6 sales per day? That should be the realistic starting point, or even 1 per day. Or if you're only getting, say, 1 per week, figure out to where you can get 1 per day. And then as soon as you can figure it out, double that. It's figuring those steps out that starts to build you up towards that point. There's no magic bullet. There's no marketing and promotional strategy that's going to work for any one person. It's not a one size fits all. So how that person got to 6,000 to 12,000 purchases per day is hard work. Hard work. There's no way around it. I wish I could be able to tell you, you know, I've sold 6 or 12,000 in the course of the day. I've gotten up towards, you know, the hundreds of I think one day I had a download of about 800 plus, but doing consistently over 1,000, nothing like that now. Nothing like that. I will never flex on you guys in that capacity, and I'll never lie to you guys. I'm always transparent about these type things. So thumbs up and heart. Michael McJordan says, Barnes & Noble seems to really value attention to detail. That's awesome. Agreed. Agreed. There we go. Boom. A thumbs up and a heart. Here we go. Mojo Seedlack. LOL. Yeah, sell it to me. As if I don't have enough ebooks, I already have to say goodbye to decades of paperbacks, even those I said I'd never let go. I'm not sure what I was selling, but okay. Thanks as always, Mojo. There are times when I'm doing some of these videos, folks, and especially some of these live ones, I honestly don't remember what I talk about in some of them. There are times where people will reach out to me and ask a question and be like, well, why don't you know the answer to this? You're the expert. I never said that I know everything. In fact, I'll tell you that the more I learn, the more I discover that I don't know. So, I honestly, I just do the best that I can. And so in instances like this, I'm not sure what the context is. So sorry about that, Mojo. All right, Nick Chelson says, always appreciate the latest self-publishing news. Thanks, Dale. You got it, Nick. Thanks for the support. Come on, Dale. By the way, guess what's coming back? Ooh, can anybody guess what's coming back to the channel? I can't wait any longer, honestly. I am working right now on arranging some sponsorships for November, December, and January. Looking for a 3-month-long sponsor, and we're going to be back to doing writing sprints. Yes, we'll be back to doing writing sprints. Will it be daily? Probably not, but I will at least get 1 to 4 writing sprints in per week, and I will most likely be doing multi-streaming, so meaning I will do it here on the podcast channel and mostly likely on Twitch until they otherwise yell at me for doing that. Yes, see, Samantha got it. You got it for sure. Any rate, yeah, writing sprints will be back in session. I'm planning on doing them again, kind of like we did last year, where we went November, December, January. A vast majority of November, December, I'm going to probably spend finishing up my nonfiction books. And then going into January, I will be starting into fiction writing. So I will be straight up honest with you. You will most likely be staring at my head because I am a little self-conscious about writing fiction. And I don't want to have anybody reading over my shoulder. I'm pretty confident when it comes to nonfiction. You get me with fiction, though, honestly, I just don't feel confident enough to kind of share that with you guys. And it's not me trying to be lack of transparency. I just will be honest with you. Nonfiction is my jam. Fiction is not. There's going to be a lot of messiness to it, and I would rather have the editor sort that out than a bunch of others that are watching me live. Jocelyn, how you doing? How you doing? You came just in time for me to say that we're going to be doing writing sprints again. So, all right, here we go. Thanks for this newbie here. Glad it was helpful. And thanks for tuning in. Stay tuned for more. There's a lot of echoing there. Boom. Thank you so much, AR. Appreciate it. Thumbs up and heart. Sharon John says, you're the best. Heart, 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 heart face. Here we go. Thanks for the love. Boom. Thumbs up and a heart. Hey, Scully House of Thriller. Scully's a good dude. There's some great new on this segment. By the way, I've been through the learning curve with ACX, and now I have a profile set up there, a few samples, etc. At any rate, I'm working on getting my first job. In the meantime, I'm narrating my book, something in French. I can't pronounce any of that, honestly. Beyond what you're saying, I don't know about the situation. By the way, folks, go check out Scully's House of Thrillers. He's a great example of an author that's on YouTube that's doing something entirely unique. He reads thriller books and horror books and such, and some of his own and some of them that are other people's. And he's really good at doing it. So thanks as always for the love and support, Scully. And good luck on your voiceover work on ACX. Boom. There we go. He's going to get a thumb and a heart and a thumb and a heart and a thumb and a heart. There we go. Joe Carroll. Joe, how you doing? Just snuck in my proof orders, and we'll have my paperbacks today and my hardcovers by Friday. If they look good, I will be releasing on the 21st. Good luck, man. I'm rooting for you. Ooh, here we go. Here's a good question from the illustrious Janet Bullard. Janet says, do you write an outline before starting your writing? Yes. Yes, I absolutely do. In fact, you will probably see when I start writing in November, I've already pretty much got the outline almost done on the Amazon advertising book. So I'll have that one, and then I have 2 short reads that I'm going to try to bang out as well, because I've got 3 major releases planned with 3 short reads that I'm going to release in between. That's going to buy me some time next year that I can really fully focus on the fiction writing while just slowly releasing content about self-publishing. Going into 2022, after those 6 titles are released, I'll be taking a break from the nonfiction because I'm just focused 100% on fiction and trying to move that cart forward. But yes, outlining, absolutely. For fiction work, and I've done a lot of it, not many people realize I've written quite a bit of fiction, but nothing that I'm ever publicly going to share because I did it for ghostwriting and I worked with Kelly on that type of stuff. So I don't have permission to share that type of stuff. And on top of that, again, kind of self-conscious about my fiction work. I will say that I will be doing some mild outlining when it comes to fiction. I generally speaking like to see what the character profiles are like, so I'll write that type of stuff out and I'll put it off to the side, and then I'll have my main document and I'll have just a very basic understanding. Where am I going to finish? Where am I beginning? And a couple little stops in between. Beyond that, I really try to let my creativity fill in the blanks when it comes to fiction writing and just kind of go where my muse kind of drags me. So, all right, let's keep moving on here. Oh, I see another question. Okay, Janet, let's get another a question, another comment, and then I'll come back to your question. Just a moment here. So here we go. JL Slipback. It's been a subscriber for the past 4 months. Thank you so much, JL. Lulu is crazy expensive to publish with, to start with. Now, after checking their pricing, not going with them. Right on. Good luck on finding what best suits your needs. I know Lulu isn't for everyone, and totally see why you'd feel that way. Yeah, Lulu is, you know, I've got friends over there at the Lulu headquarters, and please understand that, you know, if you don't like them, that's totally fine. I get it. They pay out quarterly. Their print pricing is a little bit more expensive. I like Lulu for their accessibility and features and options that they have. So if you happen to be an author that you're not looking for distribution through places like Amazon, Barnes & Noble, and things like that, Lulu might be a good option for you to consider, kind of alongside of Ingram Spark. If you're looking to self-fulfill your orders through your website, Lulu is also another great one because it has the Shopify integration, and they have the API, although honestly, unless you have a web developer or something like that, it costs a lot of money. I actually had a web development team reach out to me and quoted me $8,000 to actually put together the API integration. And I was like, meh. I spoke with Lulu and have it on good authority that there's some big things coming in the pipeline that you're going to really, really appreciate and enjoy. But if you're not a fan of Lulu, totally fine. I get it. Not everybody's going to be into that. That's totally fine. You don't always have to agree with everything that I say on some of these broadcasts. I'm not just trying to build an army of minions who, you know, just essentially just say the same things that I do. Please, by all means, understand you can disagree with me on certain areas. And Lulu just might be one of those things. So, and I don't think any less of you. I think the people that do punch down comments about Lulu that are crass and not professional, those are typically the people I ban from my channels, because you can be professional about it and dislike something. You know, you can say, hey, Lulu, I think it's not good. I think it's garbage. That's totally fine. I'll leave those comments up. But when you're throwing curse words out and just saying some out and out wrong things, and especially if you've had no experience with the platform, I don't want to hear it from you. Honestly, I just don't want to hear it. And if you're just using Google to figure out if Lulu is going to be a good fit without actually experiencing it yourself, you have no authority to, you know, put your viewpoint upon everybody else. I've tried the platform. I thoroughly enjoy it. But there's some people that would disagree. There we go. Oh, I said to Janet, I would answer this next question. Character development. Do you write out all your character descriptions? Absolutely. In fact, it's nothing really too far in depth, and it's typically like bullet points of sorts. It's about a paragraph long, typically, give or take a sentence or two. I just want to have those bullet points that help me out in knowing, okay, does this person have, let's say they're 6'2", they've got brown eyes, they've worked in the healthcare industry for 20 years, things like that. I try to just figure out things that make this person tick, and I make that available. So that way, as I'm writing things out and something isn't jiving with that character profile, I'll be able to fix that as I'm going through things. So that's how I learned that one. I can't remember who I picked it up. It might have been Tim Knox that had taught me that one. Have you had to change the character during the writing process? Oh yeah. Yeah, there are just some times where I'm just like, oh, they're kind of, I feel like they're more like this than they are this. Yeah, every now and then. But typically, if I'm really deep into the story, we'll say like 10 to 20,000 words deep. No, I'm like, the train's left the station. I'm not going through and rewriting this stuff. If I have to rewrite it, it's going to come through the editor first. So I love Lulu. For newbies like me, if there's ever something I need to correct, it's free to upload. Yeah, that's true. That's the big advantage Lulu has over a company like Ingram Spark, who charges you per upload. Alrighty. Easy graphics. Always good to hear from you, buddy. The whole timetable has me missing these lives. Great info. Thank you. I was just talking with you over in Discord. Thank you so much for joining, by the way. And folks, just give a big thank you on over to my boy and the moderator here, Easy Graphics. I appreciate you. Glad you come either way. Better late than never, right? This feels weird saying a comment to you as we're kind of live here and you're watching me. I feel self-conscious. All right, there we go. Thumbs up. And of course, you get a thumbs up and a heart. Amy Clark. Ooh, man, Amy Clark lighting up the comment section. It's also Kindle version. It's also a Kindle version. Let me read your stuff backwards here. I love how Dale takes the time to help aspiring authors instead of keeping it to himself. Thank you very much. You are so welcome. Thanks for the love and support, Amy. I see you there, Amy. Thank you so much for always watching my content and dropping a comment or three in this instance. I only have paperback with my first novel. Really? Oops. Why did you stop at paperback? Just curious. It's also a Kindle version. Aha, okay. This makes sense now. Do you think you'll ever do hardcover? There we go. Thumbs up. Heart. Thumbs up. Heart. Thank you so much, Amy, for the support. Harvey Smith says, how much does it cost to make a 90,000 word audiobook? It depends. It depends. A good, experienced narrator runs about $250 per finished hour. If your narrator reads 9,500 words per hour in the finished content, of course, then that'd be, okay, I'm sorry, guys. I'm not the greatest mathematician. Oh, Johnny Andrews just texted me. We are. I'm live right now, but we'll be with you guys on time. We should just call Johnny Andrews up here, prank call him. Like, what you doing? Let's see here. Math. 90,000 words divided by 9,500 words. It'd be about 9.5 hours. That'd be 9.5 hours long. So if that narrator costs $250 per finished hour, I'm just going to go ahead and put the PFH. Let's make sure that I put a little bit of context on this so he knows what I'm talking about. PFH. Then it'd run, all right, times 250. About $2,400. I hope that helps. Boom. There we go. Anthony G Martinez has been a subscriber for the past 4 months. 2, ebook paperback. I'm going to do, he was responding to what I had asked in the live broadcast. I'm going to do audiobooks and hardcovers at some point. I just want to get myself situated before then. Yep, when I worked at Walmart and I was at the register, there were people who were older that bought 1, 3, 4 romance novels, and that happened more often than bestseller books. See? Also, when someone bought a book at Walmart, it was a 24-hour return or lesser, I believe. That was crazy to hear about the Audible thing. Yeah, nuts, right? Keep pushing forward. Sorry for burping in the microphone here, folks. Keep pushing forward and do what serves your business best. Big kudos. And thanks for chiming in. On romance print books. Yeah, I don't understand this. This was something I'd mentioned in the live, that there are some of these self-professed self-publishing experts in the realm of romance that say, oh, just put out ebooks. That's it. That's all you need to do. That is really stupid. That's leaving a lot of money on the table. If you're going to leave that money on the table, might I recommend that you reach out to people and sell the rights to print distribution? If you're not going to use it, you might as well make some money from it, right? Just reach out to somebody and say, hey, I'd like to, sell the print rights distribution to you for X, Y, and Z of these particular books, and let you take over. Same thing goes with the audiobook. It's going to do you better to have those specific versions out there than not having it out there, because you're able to scratch that itch for most people. And let's just make the argument that, let's say, for instance, you sell the audiobook rights to a book and the print book rights. Here's the cool thing is those products are all going to be on one product page. And this is going to really help you out on a place like Amazon, because the more products that you have, the more it aids in relevancy and the more options that you have that readers can be able to connect with you. Do I think that you should sell the print rights and the audiobook rights? Not unless you absolutely have to. But if you're of the belief and you've been guided by a self-publishing expert that says that it's a waste of time to put out romance print books, then sell the rights. I would just like to say, and I challenge each and every single one of these self-professed experts in romance, sell your rights. Man up. I want to see you actually showing to me that it is of no value. Because if you're not willing to sell the print distribution rights, that means that you do not stand fully behind what you are endorsing to your students who are paying you thousands of dollars. And I'm never going to sit here and be the one that's going to spout out advice or information unless I actually do it myself and I actually follow through with it myself. And in instances like the romance publishing books, print books, and audiobooks are still being consumed. If you're not selling them, you're doing something wrong. And for you to profess yourself a self-publishing expert in the realm of romance, you're a romance ebook publishing expert. That's it. Romance ebook publishing expert. Nothing beyond that. If you're saying you're a romance publishing expert, no, you're not. No, you're not. You're not fooling anybody. You're a course selling expert is probably what it comes down to. So I encourage you, I challenge romance publishing authors that tell your students that print books are not worth it. Sell your rights. And I want to see receipts. Amy Clark. Amy's here. Oh my gosh, it's so meta. I'm sitting here answering Amy's her comments, and she actually happens to show up. Thank you so much. I see there's 70 of you hanging out. Please do me a huge favor. Share this across social media and have people come on over and join. We're going to be here for at least about another half hour, I'm sure. Dale's so smart. Your knowledge is amazing and impressive. Thank you so much. I never profess to be the smartest guy in the world. I am just the most hungry for content and information. So glad there's hardcover. Oh, me too. And KDP now, but I'm not sure if it's worth it for a 4-page middle grade kids book. Give it a shot. Give it a shot for sure. I know that you're going to have to kick up the cost a bit than you would probably like. I had this conversation with one of my clients and he was real concerned. He was like, is anybody actually going to buy at this level? And I'm like, we'll find out. You never know unless you actually try to do it. So give it a shot. And I recommend that sometimes if you ever feel like something's too expensive on a particular item, remember that's the way you feel and not everybody else feels that way. And what I would say is to make yourself a bit more confident, get really good with your ad copy when it comes to your book description, because the book description is going to be the thing that actually justifies and justifies the expense to the person who's going to buy the book and also validates that they're putting their money in the right thing. So get really good on your ad copy. Brian Meeks is a great expert to get a hold of. Brian Cohen is excellent at doing book blurbs. There's a number of people. Consume the content. Heck, you can even go pick up, let me see here. Do I still have it? Maybe not. There's many good books about copywriting. Get yourself in the know about good copywriting. For me, I started studying it and I was like, screw this. I'm going to hire out. I just hire out every single time when it comes to my book descriptions because then it leaves little to chance. Joe says, my KDP hardcover is amazing. Going with Matt. Yeah, I love Matt. I love Matt. Easy Graphics says, just want to remind everybody, Dale might do a review of your book if you drop your ASIN. No links, please. Yes, if you want a review of your book, drop your ASIN and your title and here. No links, please. YouTube gets a little bit fickle about that type of stuff. No links. Coming on back over here. Woo-wee. Man, there's a lot of comments. I better start working quicker here, folks. All right. Hello, Dale. Thanks for the wonderful interview. Was wondering if there are any in on Brian Meeks. I would like to become his client if possible. Okay. Any information? Yes. Yes. I don't know why I'm typing but there we go. You can find Brian on Facebook at, I know I just violated my own rule, but that's what I do, folks. And I believe it should be Brian Meeks, but I'm going to double check that one. Yes, Brian Meeks 186. There we go. Tell him I sent you. Boom. There we go. Thumbs up and a heart. Andrew Thuriet says, Dale, any idea why there's no place to enter your ISBN on ACX? It's been a minute since I uploaded last. I'm not 100% sure why you're missing it. Reach out to support at acx.com for clarification. Yeah, I don't remember right off the top of my head. I believe there's ISBN. You can be able to enter into that. You don't need an ISBN on ACX, but something worth considering. Pen Fawn says, I published my latest dark fantasy horror novel entitled The Fourth Tier on October 8th. As of this date, it's exclusive to Amazon. Congrats. Thanks for sharing. And best of luck on your book. Reply. I never mind you guys sharing the books that you're working on. Just the only thing I ever say is just please, if you can, no links. You can drop an ASIN, you can drop a title. I never have an issue with that. It's not an issue. It's just when you put the links in there and such like that. My assistant does kind of filter out some of that stuff. She doesn't like seeing you guys drop it on the main channel. And she's in charge of that stuff. So you're not going to get banned from the channel, but sometimes she's kind of like, what are you doing promoting your stuff? But here on the podcast channel, all bets are off. You guys can go ahead and promote away. Scully's House of Thrillers. I was just talking about you, Scully. Get the heck out of here, man. Just bragging on you, dude. I was just answering some of your comments. All right. Dan McDonald says, nope, got some more info from you, Dale. Tomorrow I will head to your website and go through your videos and podcasts when time allows me to. Pizza is one me. Awesome. Thank you. I love pizza. We're going to be best friends. Best breads. Ever got that? Best friends. All right. Reply. Thumbs up and a heart. Angie Klein says, thank you so much for taking the time to make these videos. You're so informative. It's much appreciated. This video convinced me to give Barnes & Noble a try. Absolutely. Let me know how it goes. There's a steep learning curve, but the quality content pays off. Yeah, I use Barnes & Noble Press, and I'm not going to make any qualms about it. I make probably pocket change every month from the very little that I've uploaded to the platform. I shouldn't say pocket change. I don't make too much in the Barnes & Noble Press area. But when I saw that I was selling a lot through Barnes & Noble, when I used Publish Drive and maybe Smashwords, I would delist it from those platforms and went right to Barnes & Noble Press. That way I could collect 100% of that. It's always a pleasant surprise whenever I get a check from Apple. I get one from Barnes & Noble Press. I get one from Kobo and Google Play Books. I think the platform that treats me the best of all those is probably Google Play Books. It's not going to make me a millionaire, but between those 4 platforms, it more than makes up than for me going exclusive to, say, something like KDP Select. It's great to see you too, Scully. Samantha, you oh my gosh, look at that. You're trying to break me. I'm already having trouble talking as it is today. Thank you so much for the super chat. Happy weekend. Lunch is on me. I will take you up on it after I'm done shooting the 5th episode of Book Rescue today with Johnny Andrews. And oops, I kind of spoiled a little bit of episode 4 about who's going to be there. Screw it. You guys know it. You know what? Just because you guys get to a little bit of inside info, Johnny Andrews is a guy who went from 5 figures in debt to 7 figures in profit within the course of 2 years. The guy is absolutely phenomenal. One of the best online business strategists in the world, and also an OG self-publisher. He was in this business before Kindle was even around in 2008. He was, putting in the work. I am thrilled to bring him on for the next to last episode of Book Rescue, being episode 5, where we're going to focus more on marketing and promotion. And there's a good reason why I'm bringing him, because he's just phenomenal. But there's more surprises in store, so make sure you stay tuned to Book Rescue. And by the way, if you want to take a look at Book Rescue, we have actually been putting out more content over on bookrescueshow.com. Go over to bookrescueshow.com, and we're breaking out each episode into full long form posts, to where we give a little bit deeper insight into some of the things that we did behind the scenes. There's a lot more going on. And I imagine for you community members here, the channel members, I will probably start to do something that's a little bit more vloggy, so you guys get an idea of what we're doing with Book Rescue and how. Moving forward, we got so many comments to hit. Thank you again, Samantha. That's incredibly sweet of you. I do appreciate that. What's the cost to self-publish only if the narration is already done? It's free. Beyond the cost for the book cover. But if you do your own, then free. My favorite cost. Boom. Good question, God Manifest. Thumbs up and a heart. TJ says this, YouTube isn't giving me notifications on your new videos. Oh, that sucks. They're weird like that. My apologies. I was at a conference, actually been at a couple of conferences over the past couple of weeks, and I'll explain to you why you're not getting your push notifications. The head of the algorithm team, his name's Todd something or other, I can't pronounce his last name, but Todd kind of discussed subscriptions and how they work. Subscription is no longer what it used to be. You could subscribe and you can turn your bell notifications on, and that's almost like giving an endorsement on a given channel. What really does work is watching the content and consuming it and enjoying the content. Things like hitting thumbs up and thumbs down kind of help out. So if you hit a thumbs down on my video at one point or another, they're going to show my video a lot less to you. They're going to be showing way less of my content. It's not me trying to discourage you in putting thumbs down, but if you happen to dislike my stuff, it's a great way to have it to where my stuff's not served to you. Hitting the thumbs up does help. If you hit a share, if you hit a comment, the big thing is watch time. What are you watching and are you enjoying it? And that's going to be the thing, is fulfillment and watch time is big when it comes to YouTube. Subscriptions don't have as much weight as they used to. I still appreciate the subscribes. It's really awesome. In fact, less of you actually subscribe than you know. And I would go to the graph, but honestly, it's kind of sad. I think like 30% or something like that. It's been a while since I looked, because I just stopped doing it and I felt bad for myself. I try to do what you're doing a few hours before I go live. Nice, nice, nice. Caleb says, excited to look into Amazon advertising. Another good news segment. Thank you for fishing out this info for us. I'm happy to help. Always great hearing from you, buddy. Caleb's a good dude. I think he's getting ready to start up a YouTube channel too. John Keeler. Oh, by the way, big shout out to Caleb. Thank you so much. That double banana sticker means that he's been a channel member for a while, and so has John Keeler. Thanks, Dale. I'll be taking those Amazon ads courses as soon as my novellas out later this month. Excellent. You'll find the course is actually pretty easy. Are actually pretty easy to consume. Nothing too labor intensive. Thumbs up and a heart, and I see you on over here, Anne-Marie, and let me go ahead and get on over here to your question. Anne-Marie Spencer says, can I use my pen name under publisher for my ebook? Absolutely. Absolutely. What I would say is think about, yeah, I don't want to overcomplicate things. You can use your pen name there if you wish. Just make sure it's not a pen name. Some of the people in the no content, low content business try to stuff their pen names full of a bunch of keywords. Stop. That's just a short-term fix. Focus on building out a brand, whether you're doing no content books or nonfiction or fiction. So yeah, a pen name will be just fine if it's like a human being of some sort. I would recommend doing business as, if you don't have an LLC or have incorporated your business as an author. But that's just my opinion. Consult a business attorney for something that's going to best suit you. If you're brand new to the business and you're not making even over $1,000 per month, I think your strategy is pretty good, because you can always just go back and fix those things later. Just wanted to say, hey, have an appointment at 9. Scully, take care of yourself. Thank you so much for tuning in, buddy. Okay, Butcher's Respawn here again. Yeah, I did go to the source. Funny is that beginners can see the tips that Amazon ads suggest right on the dashboard, which is straightforward and self-explanatory. Agreed. Read and did a ad suggested by the tips. Started off with $1 for now. Might increase money to compete against others. Well done. Glad to see you're a student of the game. Good stuff, Butcher. I appreciate it. Thumbs up and a heart. All right, so now the last few comments are getting cut off here by my big dumb head. Brittany Putzer. Oh, Brittany's awesome. She's one of my beta readers. Love her. She's been subscribed for the last 10 months. Yes, I love the shirt snippets. I'm interested to hear the new AI voices. Oh, me too. As always, thanks for the support. There we go. Reply, thumbs up, and a heart. Okay, so this next one comes from Honda Lover 3000. It's on answering comments from the last time. Dale, your insight and advice suggestions are always spot on. I don't know about the book business, but the information you put out seems to make sense since being a new sub to your channel. Thank you so much for being a subscriber. Stay tuned for more. Thanks so much, Honda Lover. I really appreciate it. And Butcher responds to the last comment here of the day. It's regarding the video about Amazon Advertising Strategy 2021. I know it's a little late since you're live right now. Heard you say marketing is up to you in order to get book sales. Now, what do you suggest when I approach this on Instagram since I use it a lot? Turn my real account into a business account. I thought of link Facebook with my IG to open up a store for my books. Thoughts? Give it a shot. I recommend deliver insane, and I'm going to put this in caps, value before promoting anything on IG. Also, test going live. It works for me. There we go. Reply. Thumbs up and a heart. Thank you so much, Butcher Respawn. So we're going to come on back up here to my big dumb head, and I'm going to go over, look at the comments. We're going to go over into the main channel and see what else is left over. I'm just going to hit the held for review and see if there's anything nasty. Nope, looks pretty good. We're going to go into the main channel now, if it allows me to. There we go. Switch account. Self-publishing with Dale. Tony Jacobson, how you doing, buddy? You better watch out. I'm going to call you on the phone and bring you live on the air. My boy Tony, he missed me so much, he decided he was just going to move out to the Midwest to see me more often. Much love, buddy. By the way, folks, you ever want to get a little bit of pep in your step and find somebody who is truly inspirational and motivational, go take a look at Tony Jacobson here on YouTube. He is the go-to and the GOAT of everything that is osteogenesis imperfecta. If you're not familiar with osteogenesis imperfecta, it's also known as brittle bone disease. And this guy is just, I'll tell you, he's weathered. He's gone through a lot in his lifetime, and he still maintains to have such a positive mindset and a good person to follow. So go take a look at Tony Jacobson, one of my favorite content creators here on YouTube. All right, Ivana says here on this video, on the Kindle comparison video, hi, thanks for your comparison. I was wondering if the basic and Paperwhite blink every time we swipe to move to the next page. I mean, the black blink. I saw several buyers' videos. Some of the Kindles blinked whenever they moved to the next page, and some don't. I don't know. That's a good question. So let me open up my Paperwhite. I've got it behind me. I don't remember if the regular one does. Okay, I'm just going to open up. Okay. Go figure. It's going to serve me a bunch of stuff because it's been a minute since I've been in. Come on, next. There we go. I'll open up Amazon ads for authors. Come on now. I don't see a blink. For the basic, I just don't recall. Shortly after this video, I gifted it to a friend. For the Paperwhite, I don't see a blink. Of course, that could be that I'm using it in dark mode. Let me try. Let's switch it from dark mode on the Paperwhite. And anybody else, if you feel free to chime in, if you have a Kindle device and if you've ever seen a black blink. I've never noticed that myself, but let me see if I switch it back to, get out of here. Stop. Like I'm trying to work here. I'm live. Manage themes. No, that's not what I want to do. I'm going to go to home, and I should be able to shut off dark mode here. Okay, there we go. Dark mode. Okay, so let's give that a shot again, and I'll see if that blink is there. No. Huh. I don't see any black blink at all. I just tried in regular mode, and I don't see a blink on Paperwhite. I hope that helps. Yeah, no blink, no blink. You get a thumbs up and a heart nonetheless. Thank you so much for tuning in. Soldier for Christ says, can you or someone else please tell me what the maximum viewing distance of the Fire HD10 is? What? Depends on your eyesight. I've heard that for every 9 to 10 inches diagonally, you can add a foot of viewing distance. However, I honestly don't know. That's, you don't get a thumbs up and heart. That's just right. Like, honestly, I don't understand why. Like, just buy the device and you don't like it, return it. How can I cancel KDP, please? It's not working for me. Just go into your dashboard. Find the ebook. Hover over the ellipses. 3 dots, because some people don't know what that is. To the far right and select the KDP enrollment option. From there, deselect the box in the pop-up window. Remember, you'll still have to fulfill your agreement for the remainder of the time. There you go. Boom. Thumbs up and a heart. My Ismail channel says, I found a niche on Amazon. The number of results is less than 1,000 and all the books in the niche are selling very well, but the niche I found by searching myself manually, but what worries me is that it was not from the list of suggested niches from Amazon when you type in the search box. Will this be a profitable niche or not? Please reply and thank you. You never know until you try. You could end up being a pioneer for that given keyword. Come on. Dave Chesson would tell you as a new author not to do pre-orders. Yes. Yes, as a newbie, you probably should avoid that type of stuff. Sharon Johns, how you doing, Sharon? I just seen you just pop on in here. If I want to become bestseller on Amazon, is pre-order the best route? Does paperback count towards pre-order? No. No, those are two separate products. So the bestseller rank is completely different. They're different. So if you've got an ebook, you've got a paperback, and you got a hardcover, and you got an audiobook, each and every single one of those, all 4 of those have different Amazon bestseller ranks. So let's say you've got your ebook on pre-order and you go ahead and you sell, I'll say 20 within the course of a day. That's only going to affect and influence the Amazon bestseller rank for the ebook only. It's not going to touch your hardcover, your audiobook, or your paperback. So hopefully that helps out. I didn't find the unenrollment thing in the 3 dots menu. You can opt out of KDP Select there, but that's different from the lending thing, right? KDP Select is the lending thing. Yeah, yeah. What's going on, Ava? I didn't even know you popped in here. Everybody say what's up to Ava. Ava is one half of the mind behind self-publishing with Dale. Believe it or not, she answers a lot of these comments here on the main channel. So the third strategy is basically be J.J. Abrams. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Thanks. I have no idea what that means. I hardly know who that producer is. So, hi. What font size do you recommend for a KDP print book? Usually 12 point is fine. There you go. Thumbs up, heart. Teresa Carthran says, hi, Dale. I'm a new children's book author. Which publisher would you recommend? I'm having a pricing issue. I've been looking at Ingram Spark. Comparing prices with the current market, it seems that the 40-page hardback children's book would yield a negative profit with a 55% wholesale discount. Trying to figure out how publishers are selling a hardback children's book on Amazon and making a profit. Can you help? Sadly, that's the woes of print on demand hardcover books. The best way to drop that price and keep the profit up is through offset publishing. But then you're saddled with all the risk and fulfillment duties. Yeah, there's no way around it. You can honestly, you don't have to put in the percentage at all. You don't have to offer wholesale discounts at all through Ingram Spark. There's a lot of people that feel that they have to put in the wholesale discount when you're doing Ingram Spark. It's not a must, but it sure is more enticing to bookstore owners when you have some type of wholesale discount, because they're more apt to go and buy your book and stock it on the shelves. And furthermore, if you're willing to take the risk and accept refunds and returns, then you're going to need to put that in as well, returns and refunds, and then the deep wholesale discount. But if being in brick and mortar store isn't interesting to you, then don't bother with it. To me, I don't care. I don't care if it gets on brick and mortar stores. Would I be tickled to death if it was? Absolutely. But my thought is, rather than eating this big cost to get brick and mortar distribution, you can always do a tip that Honore Quarter says in one of her books. Buy one of your books, walk into a store, slip it onto one of the shelves in the proper section, and then deuce out. And she says that more than one occasion, people will reach out to her to stock more onto their shelves, because what ends up happening is someone sees it on the shelf, they go to try to check it out, it doesn't scan properly, and they're like, this isn't one of our books, one of those type instances. Do I agree with this method? No, but I think it's pretty smart. It's kind of cool. I don't think anybody's going to yell at you for leaving your stuff on their shelves. Like, it's not like stealing. You're just essentially putting it on the shelf. Sharon John says, do you suggest we don't do pre-orders when we are starting out? Absolutely not. No, if you're a newbie and you don't have a list, you don't have a following, and you don't have a backlog of books, doing pre-orders is probably not the best idea. You're probably best served to just going right out the gate, just publishing the process. The pre-orders is great if you've got a good marketing and promotion strategy and you have a following to kind of help bolster your rank over on the various platforms. So I don't recommend pre-orders if you don't have a solid marketing plan. If your plan is just to release the book, just release the book. Just release the book and go that way. And sometimes it comes down to timing. If you want to time it just right to where your ebooks coming out at the same time, and your audiobooks coming out at the same time as your print books coming out, then pre-orders might work. So like Findaway Voices, you can do pre-orders on audiobooks. And then if you want to do your print books as pre-orders, you can also put it over on Ingram Spark as a pre-order. And then that way, everything simultaneously releases at the very same time. That would be the exception to the rule. If you're like, you know what, August the 13th is a very special day to me. It has significance to the book. I got to do it that way. That would probably be the one exception I would say, is you want to have a simultaneous release. Otherwise, I would just say, pull the trigger. Just pull the trigger and get to work. My pleasure, Sharon. Thank you so much for the question. That was really great of you. Almost done here, folks. We got one more comment, and then we're going to check the spam folder. Easy Kratzman says, good video. I have a question. In Kindlevella and the short stories, can you say or write bad words? Can you write curse words in the short stories and publish it without issue? I believe you can. I didn't see anything in there FAQs that would indicate otherwise. Although, if it's erotica, don't do it. That's not what they want. Okay, so there you go. Thumbs up and a heart. Anne-Marie Spencer's got a question for me. Yes, I'm new to self-publishing, and if people ask for a refund of your ebook, is that money the self-publisher will be asked to refund? No. The only time when I'm referring to the refunds is over on Ingram Spark is through the print books. I don't know if they've got on an ebook. To be honest with you, I don't like Ingram Spark's distribution of ebooks. They have a wide distribution, but unfortunately, they don't allow you to deselect certain avenues. I would rather collect 100% of my profit by going to Apple directly, Kobo, Google Play Books, and Barnes & Noble. You can go to those avenues through Ingram Spark, but here's the problem. They pay you 45% royalty, and to me, it's an insult. Honestly, most platforms at this point have caught up to the, where you can make at least 70 to 80% for each one of those ebook sales. So someone ends up buying an ebook on a given platform, Anne Marie. When they ask for a refund, they just essentially just pull that back out. Like, that's why there's a delay on how you get paid out in a lot of platforms, is because they're trying to give a little bit of wiggle room to allow for refunds. That way they're not coming over there going, Anne Marie, you had 20 refunds last month. You owe me money. ACX did that kind of garbage last year, and that's why Audiblegate kind of blew up the way it did, because people ended up owing money because there was a lot of refunds. I did a full news segment about it this past Wednesday discussing the Audiblegate situation and how it's ongoing. But you shouldn't have to worry about that now. It seems like they've somewhat covered that, but you were asking about ebooks. No, you won't have to worry about doing any of those refunds. That's one of the nice things about doing self-publishing these days, is the platform will usually handle those refunds for you, and it doesn't come directly out your pocket. So you can cuss, so cuss up a storm. There we go. There we go. All right, we're going to Held for Review, and it looks like we are good, folks. So I'm just going to go ahead and shut this off. We went for already over an hour. Did you guys and gals enjoy today's broadcast? Let me know right now inside the chat. I'm waiting on you and seeing if you actually enjoyed today's broadcast. Ava and I had a heart-to-heart conversation. She says, and I'm going to spare you my Ava imitation because she's got that cute Southern accent of hers, but she told me, she's like, dude, just make it for everybody. She's like, just make it for everybody and find something else that you can be able to give to the channel members. So channel members, hang tight. I'm probably going to start to do some vloggy type content to where you get some more behind the scenes peeks into my thought process. This will be for both the main channel as well as this podcast channel that we'll be discussing things like that. Yeah, there we go. And if you want to get channel memberships, click the join down below, or there's a link inside the description as well. Folks, today's broadcast is brought to you by the fine folks over at Local PR Toolkit. You want to become your own publicist? You want to be able to get a awesome experience, media kit, press kit. You get a news cycle forecast. You get a one-on-one consultation with experienced publicists who have worked with big celebrities to big name authors. That's what you're going to want to go for. It's an investment in your career, and I highly, highly, highly recommend you take a look over at dalelinks.com/PR toolkit. Use the code DALE to take $100 off your order. Yes, great ideas and information. Thank you. I enjoyed it. Awesome. Sharon Johns, why are you so amazing? Thanks so much. Greetings, Ava. Yes, everybody say hi to Ava and thank Ava, because Ava honestly is, she's kind of like the wizard behind the curtain. Sometimes she's the one, like, don't look behind the curtain, because believe it or not, you actually will see that it's not just Dale behind this thing here. I'm almost tempted to change my whole brand to self-publishing with you, because I always feel like such a narcissist for having my name on this brand while I have a team of people who help support. Ava's absolutely incredible, and I cannot recommend her services more. She helps out so much with me in website development, to email marketing, to social media marketing, and even handling YouTube. She does a lot of the YouTube stuff on the main channel. In fact, I do very little when it comes to the main channel. Ava's actually usually in control. Love you, Ava. See, look, everybody give Ava some love. Give some love. Dale is too gracious. Yeah, thank you so much. Yes, folks, have a #unbreakable day. That's a great note to finish on. Thank you so much. We will be back in the saddle again this coming Monday, right at the regular time, 12:15 p.m. Eastern Daytime. I'm going to be talking about 5 Amazon advertising alternatives for you to consider. And I don't think it's going to be Facebook ads or Google ads that I'll be mentioning. Those will probably be a given. Those are 6 and 7. There you go. We're going to be discussing those 5 alternatives. And then, of course, we're going to be back here on Friday. It will be open to everybody. It's no longer a members-only live chat. I think that everybody seemed to really enjoy it. Big shout out and thank you to Samantha. I appreciate the $20 spot for lunch, and I will actually take you up on it. Maybe Kelly and I can go out for, I don't know, something good around the corner. No tacos. I'm watching my weight. I'm finally fitting my jeans again. So I'm going to stare at the screen until we go ahead and disconnect. Folks, have a wonderful weekend wherever you're at. And thank you so much for the support wherever you've done, whatever you've done, and however, whatever capacity. I think I know how to talk sometimes. I don't know who I'm talking to over there. Maybe my neighbor's across the way. So I got a window here. I'll look over there. Probably, is he talking to me? Is he talking to me? All right, folks, take care.